We are in Mahabharatam, the story of Garuda bringing the Amrtam from heaven to relieve his mother from slavery. That was the condition set by the serpents. So last day we went through the path of Asura to heaven, how he fought with all the gods, including Indra, defeated them all, and carried the Amrtam to where the serpents were. On the way, he was promised by Indra permanent. Before that, Indra asked Vasuki, you are one person Garuda, you are one person who doesn't consume Amritam for yourself. If that be the case, if you don't need Amritam, let me bring it back when your object is achieved. Garuda said, yeah, that is my idea too. I shall give this to the serpents and you could snatch it and bring it back without their taking it. And that pleased Indra, and he promised permanent friendship to Garuda. And Vishnu also promised Garuda to make him his mount. And then Garuda brought it, called all the serpents before him and told them, look, this is the Amrta. I am keeping it on this darbha grass. But I suggest you take bath and pray before you partake of Amrta. That appealed to the serpents. They all went for bath. And Indra was waiting for that opportunity. He came, took the Amrta away to heaven. When the serpents came back after bath, they didn't find Amritam. They searched everywhere and they realized that it was a trick played by Garuda and it was a tit for tat. The slavery which their mother extracted by treachery has been removed by another treachery. Of course, he was, Garuda, after giving them the Amrta, said, now you must declare that since I have carried out my side of the argument, of the bet, not body, of the terms of relieving my mother of slavery, I have brought the Amritam. So you should declare that my mother is free from slavery. She is relieved of it. And they all proclaimed. And it was then this happened, what is called, they are going to take bath, when they are taking it away happened. So the Asuras consoled themselves that it was a trick, tit for tat. And they all tried to lick the darbha grass with their tongue, with the hope that the Amrta might have been spilt there. And with the result, their tongues got slit into two. And from that day, the serpents have split tongues. And with that, the story of Garuda getting Amritam for his mother is over. And in this connection, Adishesha, one of the leading serpents, he was very much pained by these incidents, that his mother, cheated his stepmother, Vinata, and it was how she won the slavery, won the bet. And the enmity between his cousins, Garuda and Aruna on one side, and his own brothers. All this pained him, so he got dejected and went into the forest and started meditating on Brahma. After a time, Brahma appeared before Adishesha and asked him, "Why? What is the reason you are meditating? What do you want?" Then Adishesha said that this is the background. I am not after any particular boon, but simply I wanted to, because of this incident pained me. That's why I am not happy to live in that house where there is a quarrel between cousins. Then Brahma said, "Well, in that case, you can do something useful with your life. Go down to Patalam, to the underworld, and see, look at this world. It is constantly revolving and shaking. Everything living on this is uncomfortable, afraid that it might fly off or it might fall down. So please hold it. You have 1,000 heads and you are very strong. You carry it for the sake of everybody else. That will be great service." And Adishesha took it on himself as a service to humanity. And from that day onwards, Adishesha started carrying the earth on his head. And so that is about Adishesha. And then the serpents assembled to discuss the curse on them by his mother Kadru. She had cursed them that they would perish in the Havan to be conducted by Janamejaya. How to avoid it? Is there any remedy? And all serpents suggested various ways, mostly silly. And Vasuki was the chairperson. None of them appealed to Vasuki. And then one serpent by name, what is his name? Elapatra said, "Look, what all you said are impractical." Somebody said, "Kill them sage who would come to conduct the ritual, kill Janamejaya," and so many such ideas. They said these are all impractical. And he said that he remembered while he was still a child and he was lying in his mother's lap, he heard the gods complaining to Brahma that this curse is very serious. That would result in all the serpents dying, and it is not good that the entire serpent community is annihilated. So Brahma said, "No, look, it is not that is what is going to happen. There are some poisonous snakes who are treacherous, who kill living beings unnecessarily. Many of them would die, but the good serpents would remain, because there is a prophecy that a sage by name Karu would marry a lady, a female by the same name Karu, and he would beget a male child, Astika, and that Astika would save the serpents. He would go and block the ceremony. So a few would have died by then, but the majority would be saved. This Elapatra, when he said that, also he said, oh good, then that is a good idea. Some of you should go and find out from the sage who the sage Karu is, and find out from him if he would be willing to marry a female by name Karu. And I understand, I have a sister by name Karu, and you find out from him whether my sister is acceptable to him. And he deputed them. And with that, the story of the Amrta Mathana, the churning of the Milky Ocean, all that thing is over. And what remains in this Pauloma Parva is the important story of Janamejaya conducting the serpent ceremony, and his father, after his father Parikshit was bitten by Takshaka. So that important story remains, which we shall finish it in 2-3 days. Our next session will be only on Tuesday, because tomorrow and day after, Saturday, Sunday are holidays. Anadhyaya, today's Durgashtami, Navami is normally Anadhyaya, a non-study day. And this time it occurs on 2 consecutive days, Saturday and Sunday. And Vijayadashami will be the first Swadhyaya, working day. And I will have Bhagavatam recorded that day. And next Mahabharatam will be on Tuesday. We shall meet then. Namaskaram.